This logo represents the targeted nature of our advertising, and in the coming months, you'll see this new look and feel incorporated into all of ERA's Marcom.
In recent months, we put a concerted effort into attracting more retailers. That is, the folks who invest in and market those products every day. This has been by design because it is these entrepreneurs and companies that provide the economic engine that allows all of us to flourish.
How about these couches, huh? All kidding. This is a fantastic logo. As a guy who comes from the world of branding, obviously, I mean, it's really exciting what's going on with the organization. You guys have a new look, a new vibe. You guys are certainly in the center of the universe of where the world is going for marketing. I mean, everything in the world is going direct. More and more and more clients, businesses looking for immediate sales, immediate potential. And clearly this is kind of the hub of everything that's going on as far as I'm concerned. We've got a great show for you guys today. We're gonna have some fun. We've got two fantastic panels, and I want to get right to the first panel. Three incredibly fantastic business people. They're beautiful, they're smart, they're really kind of setting the world on fire in this industry. I've had the pleasure of already meeting two of them on the Big Idea one. I just met for the first time today. You're gonna really enjoy them. So let's go right to the videotape.
When we decided to do this infomercial and how to show the product, how to shoot it, I said I wanted to be the one to, demonstrate the products, and they were, are you sure you want to show yourself with no makeup on and putting creams on and all that? And I thought it was really important to show you that, yes, this is what I really use and why I think they're great and how I use them, and maybe give you some ideas of how to use them.
Hi, I'm Susan Lucci. You know, my character in All My Children has been through quite a lot. She's been married 10 times, divorced almost as many, kidnapped, blackmailed, shot at, lost in an avalanche, and confronted by a grizzly bear. Believe me, that can take a toll on a girl's skin.
I think we've all discussed that our skin is sensitive. We all have different complexions.
Totally right.
Yeah, so it's interesting that it works on all of us. You have something that can rescue your skin.
Yeah, that's the word. It rescues you.
That is great.
Are these your kids over here?
They are.
Oh my gosh. Cute kids and cute husband.
Oh,
You're good. So simple, even he can do it.
Could a makeup get any better?
Okay, let's get right to our fantastic panelists. They're not paying me, they said you can kiss the panelists, okay. And finally, staying on the topic of brains and beauty, Susan Lucci. Susie, come on out. Okay, guys, let's get right to it. I'll tell you the thing as a marketer and somebody who's kind of watched your careers, watched your brands, the thing that makes you guys so successful is, I think, the thing that makes any brand or any product successful, and that's authenticity.
It has so much to do with production values that Lieberman Brothers do when they shoot an infomercial or script to screen. They even call them shows.
Your line, your products come from who you are, your life experiences, and the camera doesn't lie. So talk about the birth of your product.
It is still an infomercial. It is what it is. But we could change the look of it. Just like I did an exercise video almost 20 years ago now. And what we had seen up to that point was the pink leotard and the one and the two. And it was like, well, wait, we want to do this for a new sensibility. And we used different music and we shot it outside. And I think that that's happening with infomercials now too. Husband is really good friends with George Clooney, and George was like, oh, I saw your infomercial. And I was like, yeah, isn't it great? And he was like, yeah, it looks great. Like, I wasn't like, oh yeah, well, I did that for money. I didn't feel that way. I'm proud of it. And we shot that 5 years ago. We just shot a new one, but it still looks good 5 years later. Like, I still stand behind that. And so, and I love my products. And I think all of us, like Susan was saying, we do test every product. My name's on that product. So If I feel good about it, if I know that's what I use and I stand behind the product and women are coming up to me saying, I use it and I love it, then that's kind of bigger than, oh yes, well, is it this, you know, in the old idea of what an infomercial is.
Yeah. Lisa, talk to me, 15 years ago, had somebody come to you and said, let's do something like this, versus the last few years where the world has changed, because you had a tremendous brand that you're putting on the line, no pun intended, when you're doing something like this, because your brand was an aspirational brand. So talk to me about that hurdle and how the infomercial, like Cindy, you bring up a great point. It is what it is, but it's been completely elevated.
It is what it is, but what it is has changed dramatically, as we're stating. That sort of shame and stigma, which is really weird when you think about an infomercial now, because you have really high-level stars and music industry people and people from the runway and the catwalk and recording sessions all saying, where's my infomercial now? And that certainly wasn't the case before. You know, success changes everything. And when you look at a brand not only being seen as an entertainment product first, because these infomercials first have to entertain.
Great point.
Then when they make money, that changes everything. So the perception is no longer, oh my God, I can't believe you have no life now, you've done an infomercial. The perception is, look how you've taken a brand and you've been able to augment your personal brand by adding this piece to it, and how that piece has lifted everything up. And that's what I see happening.
The surprising thing that's happened to me in the last couple of years is I did a licensing deal with this company called Rooms to Go, which is in the Southeast, for furniture. And I had a big question, will people buy this from you? Will they believe this from me? And I mean, while I love decorating, like I don't know what woman doesn't, and I've spent a lot of time decorating my houses because that is my refuge, especially when I was younger and traveling all the time. And now that I have a family, it's super important to have a comfortable home. But I wasn't sure, but you know, they had done all the research and we tried it. It was regional, so I felt I didn't have to come out with this big national bang, like, okay, I'm doing furniture, I'm the new Martha. And we let it build in this real way, and it's doing great. But that was surprising to me.
Yeah.
And then other things that you think maybe are going to be, it's interesting, and I'm sure you guys get that research on yourselves, like when companies do research on you and you read it, it's odd. One of the things like that people have a very strict idea of what they think that I would do and I wouldn't do. Like, it's like, she would never do that. Maybe the real Cindy would, but the Cindy Crawford, the brand and the image, would never do that.
Which is really what you have to play.
Yes.
That's the reality.
Which has been a challenge for me to realize that I can't, because when you're a 25-year-old model, you just can make your decisions. No, I want to do that, I don't want to do that. But as I've gotten into business with companies, Becky Ranker and this furniture thing, I have to now make decisions as a businesswoman about the brand, and it's hard, when you are the brand, it's hard to separate making, sometimes those decisions, you're like, well, I want to do that, even though it might be a little risque or whatever. And then you're like, oh, we're big in the Bible Belt, we don't want that.
Yeah.
Those people.
I think the answer is you stay true to your brand, but you also push the envelope a little bit.
That's
otherwise it's no fun. And you know what? You can evolve your brand. The mistake marketers make is they just play back research. Well, the consumer thinks of us as this, so we'll be that. Versus maybe there's a bigger opportunity in the consumer thinking of us this way, so I'll move my brand.